Okay, welcome to episode 0 of my 1998 GMC Safari Overland Vanlife build. I just bought a 1998 GMC Safari and I plan on documenting its build here on my channel, as well as Instagram. It's at SARGEinc. You can follow me if you are interested. But I plan to build the Safari into like a overlanding van, camping rig, van life experience thing. I'm going to lift it. I'm going to swap the transfer case from all-wheel drive to a proper four-wheel drive high-low. It's going to RV out the back, probably put in a roof vent, all that kind of stuff. Bigger tires, and it should just be a nice camping rig. So I'm going to document here. But this is just episode 0, so I'm going to go give you a little tour of the van quick. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you more about my rough plan. And, plan of attack, as they say. Anyways, go give you the tour.
Okay, so here we are back with the van tour. This van, 98 GMC Safari van. It's definitely seen better days, but overall, gotta get further away for this camera. It's in pretty good shape. Most of the exterior's decent, but it does have issues when you get close. It's a 20-footer, as they say. Got some damage there. Little dent on the side here. But overall pretty decent, and I like the color of all the Astro vans. This was one of the colors I was aiming to get. And there's some damage up here too. And these are rims off a Chevy Impala that I kind of like, so I think I'll probably keep them with bigger tires, but who knows. All-wheel drive. See, overall, it's in pretty decent shape. It is in 1998, so there's always going to be issues. The roughest thing about this, let's get this ladder going. Anyways, the roughest thing I've seen so far is the roof. All the clear coats, toast, it's got some dents. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a pretty good dent there. And you can see this roof rack has seen better days, and it's actually, according to the previous owner, it leaks, and he thinks it's from here, and just by looking at it, there's like pretty good gaps, so I'll have to reseal it. I think they're all kind of wonky, so I'll probably have to deal with that. Maybe go a full custom roof rack, but who knows. But that's the roughest thing about the van. Put this ladder out of the way here. Do a little tour on the inside. It's missing this, like the doghouse thing that goes here. Frankly, I don't 100% know what it looks like because I never had one. But it's got some flaws on the inside. You know, some wear marks. I think the dash is cracked. Well, it's cracked right where this thing he screwed on was, but anyways, not a big deal. It is a 1998. I paid $2,000, so I was only expecting so much anyway. Some of these lights I don't think work, or at least don't work correctly. This one I might try to fix, or I might rig up an LED, but the one at the back I haven't even touched it, but that'll probably all come out because this is getting RV'd up. He had some sort of hardwood down here because he told me he used it to transport his motorcycle. At one point I kind of thought I was going to keep this floor and just put like an area rug down on the part that's exposed, but that's unlikely. It looks pretty ugly, and yeah, I'm just not going to do that now. Put a little label on this door, push and open. I need the key. Unlock, push, and open. And one thing I did notice was this door will just open all the way. I think there's supposed to be a thing that attaches from here to here, which he took off for access on both sides. And I don't know, I might rig up some sort of safety strap, but not a big deal. And this is kind of yucky. So I thought about keeping it for a minute, but that's a terrible idea. And all this is gonna come out. I think so. Like, honestly, this plastic actually looks in pretty decent shape, but it's just gonna go in a scrap heap. And I'll close these doors up again. My ghetto permit. There's the sliding door. It slides nicely. Yeah. I think this front headliner part will be kept, but all this back is going to be gutted. Passenger side door handles poo. That'll be fixed at some point, but not that important. Subway wrapper. That was from picking it up. I think this is a piece that goes under there, under the doghouse. I think they call them a doghouse. To work the rear heat. Rear heat's probably going to be trashed anyways. Fresh oil change. The thing has 287,000 kilometers. It definitely needs some work. I'll give her a little start here. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but it definitely like chirps. Rear window or passenger side windows work, or driver's side window works. Passenger. And I'm gonna pop the hood here. See, it's in fall, there's a lot of leaves, but I think you can hear that. You must be able to hear that. The chirping. I kind of think it could be alternator. Could be power steering. This doesn't have a proper tie down. But it definitely needs some work. You can hear probably a bit of a whine when I turn the steering wheel. So it could be power steering, but also I did notice these maybe you can't see it. Shit. I don't know if you can see, but the gauge is like yeah, okay, this thing's probably never gonna go, but the gauge is kind of like flicker, like it just goes, the needle goes like this really, really fast. So I could definitely see this having a bit of an alternator problem, and that's what's causing it. It's chirping, squealing, whatever, and you can hear it like kind of whines as you drive. But I think it could be bad alternator, which is giving me a little bit of weird readings on here. Now, one thing I did notice on my drive home from Vancouver to Abbotsford is that this temp gauge never went up as high as I think it should have. I think it should probably be right around 100, but it always stayed down closer to like 75, a little more, I don't know if that's 75, but a little bit of, it came to this middle lane. A little bit fast, but it just didn't seem quite right. So I don't know if that's reading gap bad, or maybe I need a new thermostat, which will probably happen regardless. I'll probably change every fluid in here. Brakes definitely feel a little bit. I'll turn this thing off. The brakes definitely feel somewhat questionable, and I'll probably replace them fully, but I might just bleed them out real good. And I did notice like the fluid looked pretty old and nasty. Same with the power steering. And I know power steering had that whine, but like I kind of think if I just flush this out real good and make sure the level's right, then it might be fine, to be honest with you, but it's hard to know. But I'm gonna dig into this, clean off some leaves, and this is just the tour.
Okay, so that was the tour. Hope it was all right. Yeah, so basically I bought this van for $2,000, 2,000 Canadian dollars, 287,000 kilometers. Obviously it needs work, but I plan on working on it. My old truck is a 1995 Toyota 4Runner that I rolled. Originally I rolled it and then rebuilt a new one from the ground up, basically with parts from my old truck, the rolled truck, junkyard parts, new parts. I made it all a new truck. So I feel like whatever my van needs this time, I can do. Not a problem. But I know I'm going to change all the fluids and see if I can figure out what's going on with my belt squeal. Because I kind of think maybe once I change the fluids, like mostly power steering, that problem might eliminate itself. But obviously if I change power steering pump or whatever, it is what it is. That's what's going to happen. Brakes, again, like they kind of feel yucky. Don't inspire a lot of confidence, but once I flush the fluid, put new fluid in, bleed the brakes really good, it actually might be all right. But anyways, all these things are maintenance, and I'll probably do that anyways. I know I'm going to flush the coolant. I did just get an oil change, so I'll probably leave that for a while. But I'll flush the coolant, and then while I'm doing that, I'll probably replace the thermostat, just kind of stuff like that. Whatever needs to be done will be done. And I know the previous owner had lowered the front just with the torsion bar, so when I lift it back up, like, hold on a second. When he lowered the front, I think part of the steering where it winds maybe was a problem with the alignment. He might not never got a line, so that problem might sort itself out partially too when I lift it. But either way, I think that lowering might have caused some damage. Like I might need ball joints, tie rods, CVs. CVs might just get replaced anyways because I am going to be doing extreme 4x4ing in it. So just to be safe, I'll probably get new CVs anyways. Yeah, and then the back, I'm going to get, I would like to get a queen size bed back there, but I would like to have it kind of lower to give me more sleeping room but I got to get some sort of bin that's short and or maybe a drawer system even underneath. I'm not really sure how it's going to all line up. It's going to be a work in progress as I pull out the backs, make some measurements and brainstorm more ideas, but I would like to have the bed low. And then there's not really that much room back there. That's one of the downfalls with the Astro / Safari vans. Is they're really not big, but for my purposes, as being a camping rig, it's totally fine. But I'll probably have like a shelf, maybe somewhere I could slide the cooler. But I might buy like a plug-in cooler. Probably not like a real fridge, but one of those plug-in coolers to keep everything cold. Not really sure. I'll see how it plays out, but this is going to be a budget build. Definitely budget build because, we're all poor. But yeah, it'll be budget, but I don't want it to look like a total piece of crap. So I want it to be a decent looking budget build, functional, fun. Yeah. Anyways, Yeah, that's pretty much it for episode 0. Episode 1, it'll probably be me pulling out all this stuff in the interior, but you stay tuned for that. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, at SARGEinc, if you want. But otherwise, wait for some more videos, and hopefully they keep getting better. And yeah, have a good day.